If saying goodbye was difficult and you managed to do it, or you're still thinking about how to do it, post goodbye is not any easier. It's just not any easier. It hurts like hell. You feel like they've cut off a limb, even if the situation wasn't possible. You feel like they've cut off a limb. You don't find your place. You're uncomfortable. You're sad. You're lonely. You might be depressed. You're just struggling. And it doesn't matter whether it was, and you know it's the best thing for you, and it was, you had to leave the situation. It might have been toxic, there might have been violence, or simply there just wasn't any growth, there wasn't any love there wasn't any beauty, all of these things. And you took the courage, and you finally grabbed the courage from wherever you could find it, and you walked out that door, and you decided to walk into your new life. Congratulations. You should be very proud of yourself, because I am very proud of you. That is very, very difficult. It is difficult, and it hurts, and it's tough, and it's gut-wrenching. It's taxing. It's exhausting. Walking out that door. And now coming out into your new life, it's similar to going on a roller coaster, one of these that do all sorts of crazy things, and then they stop the roller coaster, and the halter or whatever the thing is comes off of you, and your legs are wobbly, things are a little spinny, you feel like vomiting. That's a sensation. And I knew it was the right thing for me. Every time I've said goodbye, it's always been the right thing afterwards. However, to feel good again takes a while. So, things to do while you try to find your balance again. The list is extensive, and I have plenty of things for you that I've suggested. However, there are a couple that I do want to express to you as not mandatory, strongly suggested. One of them is Occidental meditation, OMT, OM training. So OM training, if you haven't heard about it before, you can go onto their website and read all about, the methodology, the documentation, the system it uses to accomplish what it accomplishes. It's a short training, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, in which you do a physical exercise to dissolve a negative emotion to reach a meditative state. And reaching meditative states sounds like fluff, but for us Westerners, think about to just reach silence, mental silence. When your head isn't spinning with information, you just find silence. There's just stillness. And when you've come through any difficult junk, that stillness is peace. That stillness actually is peace. And to find that peace again within you, anchored in your body, neutralizing all these emotions that none of them felt good or feel good, and they're just holding you back from being yourself again. And that in a 20-minute practice, you're able to access that state. I've not seen anything like it. And let me tell you, I try stuff, a lot of stuff. I've not seen anything like it. Nothing like it. It is the most powerful tool I have found to align the body with your emotions, with your spirit, or whatever you think that is for you, with your essence, with you, to find your inner space so quickly. I know nothing like it. I strongly encourage you to try it. The website's in the link in the notebook. Try OMT. Other things to try. Fasting. Yeah, fasting. You should try fasting. I've been talking about detoxes for 6 weeks now. Fasting. Just, let's cut some food out of your system. for a while. You can do intermittent fasting, you can do other types of fast, you can do a 1 day water fast, you can do all sorts of things, depending on how. Don't start with anything too crazy. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. I am not giving nutritional advice, but it's something to consider because this is why. It's to me, fasting is a hack, depending on what emotional state you're in, and post goodbye, the emotional state is of fragility. Most of us, even if it's for a good reason, even if you feel empowered for having left, which you should, there's still great deal of fragility of this is difficult, this was tough, and I'm spent. So that fragility, fasting is a power booster because it works on your self-control. I'm not eating and I'm choosing not to eat. It's a muscle that you're training really hard, really fast in a short amount of time. And if you've never done intermittent fasting, you can start there. 12 hours, I think it's too easy. Most of us do 12 hours even without thinking about it. If you do a 24, that could be a good starting point. But think about fasting. Ashtanga. I teach Ashtanga. Clearly, I love Ashtanga. And I think Ashtanga, everyone should practice Ashtanga. No. But I do find that the Ashtanga practice is very holistic in nature in the sense of that you work strength, flexibility, balance, and so forth. And with a lot of dynamism. It's depending on your personality, you need something that's strong and powerful and it's taxing on your body, at least for a season, to help these negative emotions work their way out. I practice Ashtanga, but the practice normally is an hour and a half, but that's why OMT I think is much more appropriate for all publics because 15-20 minutes versus an hour and a half you're reaching, and the state that you reach with Ashtanga takes a great deal longer to build up. And they're entirely different things, but I do suggest you try them. And the list of things to try, I've done everything from traveling, from obviously seeing my family, journaling, massages, SRF, Self-Realization Fellowship, the autobiography of a yogi from Paramahansa Yogananda, which is the book that Steve Jobs gave to everyone at his funeral. It's a must read. There are many tools. Laugh therapy. Talk to your friends about your ex. It'll be so fun to hear everything that they like about him or her. It'll help you to just reset and to just make light of it. You're making your way through your transition. Solitude and time. Please give yourself time and solitude to feel your emotions, to work through them, to not run away from them, to give them space to exist. They exist in you, they're living in you, but to give them audience. I feel this way, and because of or just to give yourself space and time. You might need mantras, you might just reminders of, it's going to be fine. One step at a time. Whatever it is, things that will just help you work your way through. New hobbies, that's a fun one. Books, what else? Counsel from good friends. In some cases, therapy might also be necessary. Whatever you decide, obviously you have your list of things that have worked for you in the past, and I have lists of things that I'm suggesting that you use. The thing is, whatever you decide to put in your cocktail of post goodbye, I promise you, if you do the work, you will unveil a new you that is stronger, more brilliant, and just more authentic, congruent, and more diamond-like than before. If you do the work, I promise you that will come out. Just push through. Just do the work. See you tomorrow.